Hello students, today we are going to start from the class 9's English writing skill, which is descriptive paragraph. Now, before I start descriptive paragraph, let me tell you that in your junior classes, all of you have prepared a few paragraphs, like in class 8. One topic was given and you were supposed to write the paragraphs on the basis of those topics, right? All of you did that. Now what you did in the paragraph is that you pointed out some points, and whenever a topic was given, you described those topics on the basis of the given points. Suppose if a topic was given on elephant, suppose in your junior classes, just remember your days in your junior classes, when a topic was given on an elephant, then what you used to do? You used to write that describing how the elephant looks, where does the elephant stays, what does it do. So each and everything you did, and you wrote that in the piece, in a copy. Now in this descriptive paragraph also, which is a person, you will do a similar sort of thing, but only the difference is here the pattern of question is going to be different. So how far it is different, let's see. So what is a descriptive paragraph? So let's see. So it is a factual and detailed description of a person, place or thing, an event. It involves optimum use of all senses and close observation to capture the details and engages attention. So the details has to be precise with the use of rich vocabulary, specific terms and right adjectives. It must invoke 5 senses while reading or listening the description. So it is very important that it is a detailed description of a person, place or thing or event. Now what do I mean by detailed description? Means, suppose you are looking at any object, suppose you are looking at any person. So how will you look that person? You will use all your senses to describe the person, how the person looks, how the person sees, how the person talks, okay, what work does the person does, how is the behavior of the person, what is the nature of the person, what is the habit of the person. You will close observe that and you will detail that, and that details will engage our attention. Now why is it interesting? Don't we do that? Tell me, don't we really engage in our suppose when two of you talk together, don't you engage in a detailed description about somebody? Suppose you are engaging in a talk about some person. Now while one friend is describing that, doesn't that friend describe each and everything about that person, and you feel a general interest in that? We do all these things, right? Each and every day's task, perhaps in describing any of the persons, we really do that. So the detailing has to be very precise with the use of rich vocabulary, specific terms and right adjectives. It must evoke 5 senses while reading or listening the description. So while I am listening to that, I must think that what it is talking about. I must engage in the discussion of that person, or in my mind, in my psychological sense, that description of persons should come out. This is the descriptive paragraph. Why do we write that? The purpose of description is to describe a thing, person, place or event so vividly that a picture is formed in the listener's or reader's mind. So in my psychology, in my psyche, in my all senses, the picture must form about what I am telling. So another purpose may be to find a thief or criminal, lost person or thing. So this is another purpose. So our purpose is actually limited to this. So the purpose of description is to describe a thing, person, place or event so detailed, so vividly that a picture is formed in the listener's or reader's mind. In my mind, the picture must form. So the description of what do we do in a descriptive paragraph generally? What types of paragraphs generally come? A lot of paragraphs might come. One of them is definitely the description of a person, the description of place, description of a thing, description of an event. Suppose Teachers' Day. Teachers' Day is an event. Suppose annual function. Annual function is an event. Describing a thing, describing a pencil, describing a pen, describing a place, where do I stay, describing a person, what a person looks like. So description of people is a biographical sketch of their lives from birth to the present time, highlighting major events and achievements during that span. In short, it entails a person's characteristics and events related to his life and their effects on his life. So description of pupil is in our syllabus, and it is a biographical sketch basically of the lives of pupil, from what? From their birth to the present time. From the birth to the present time we are describing. So what we are doing? We are basically highlighting the major events and achievement. So we are highlighting the major events and achievements during that span. So in short, it entails a person's characteristics and events related to his life and their effects on his life. I am a very angry man. Suppose I am a very angry man. Okay. I do not smile at all. Okay. So in my life, I have scolded at least 30 people and I blamed them pathetically. I am never satisfied with my work. What it is? It is a description of my characteristics. Right. Suppose an event happened. In anger, I beat somebody very badly. Okay. So this is my beating is the event related to my life, to the life. And what is the effect on that? What effect does it impact? Okay. So suppose if you are describing me in a descriptive paragraph, you will describe my anger. You will ask me my when I was born, when till present time, what is my age, what did I do in life. Suppose I beat at least 20 people in my entire lifetime. Okay, I beat pathetically. I have beaten them pathetically. So this is my major event. Though this is not for, this is just for a joke. But imagine the great scientist Albert Einstein. What major events did Albert Einstein did? Right, in Truly Beautiful Mind we did read him. Right, in class 10 there is a story about Richard A. Bright, making of a scientist. That is a detailed description of a great scientist, Richard A. Bright. So in short, what it tells a person's characteristics and events related to his life and the effects on his life. So this is what the description is all about. So when we describe a person generally, we describe a few things. Suppose when we describe a person, we describe the body structure, whether the person is tall, whether the person is short, whether the person is of medium height, what is the weight of that person. Okay. Suppose we know he is a very heavy person. Okay. He is a very thin person. Okay. Whether it is well built body or not. Okay. Or whether he is very thin. So that depends. Okay. Whether he is a well built body or not, like he is a robust or not. Okay. Whether he is robust, he is stout, he is thin, he is fat. Okay. He is stocky, plump, lanky, reedy, stooping, drooping shoulders. Okay. So these type of words generally we use while describing the body structure. Okay. We must describe that. How that person looks. How will you frame the idea? Face, how the face is, round, oval, square face, smiling, clean shaped, bearded, mustache, having this, that. The description should be to that impact, remember always, so that I can draw a picture in my mind. Like you draw a picture in the canvas with, suppose imagine that I am drawing a picture in the canvas. How will I draw? By knowing how the police draws pictures of the criminals. Police asks a lot of things. Okay. And on the basis of the things, the painter draws that. So this is all about that face. Now the complexion. Complexion means skin color, whether it is dark, it is fair, it is brown, it is whitish, whatever it is. Dark, fair, brown, whitish. Hair, what type of hair do you have? Curly hair, straight hair, long, short, black, brown, golden hair. These type of description we should use. Eyes, how the eyes are, brown, blue, black, twinkling, dull, one-eyed, squint. If you give these descriptions, then the pupil will understand. Teeth, how the teeth is, pearly white, close set, gap teeth, yellow, broken, like special mark. Do you have any special mark? Cut on the eyebrow, mole, wound, identifiable mark, clothes, jewelry. These things we tell, isn't it? So that other person can draw a picture on the mind, like you are drawing a picture on the canvas. Mannerisms, deep voice, heavy voice, way of talking, okay, walking, limping, talkative, quiet. So these things we describe. Like personality, hobbies, what is the hobby of that person? Okay, hobby is to collect stamps, that is a hobby. Interest, what is the interest? Okay, he takes the interest in talking with people. What is the habit? The person picks nose too much. Okay, that is a bad habit. That is a good habit is he takes notes. Okay, qualities, what qualities do he have? He can walk very well. Profession, where does he work? What is the style of that person? What is the class of the person? Which class does he belong? Upper class, lower class? What is the style? Okay, suppose the person always wears a golden wristband on his arm. Okay, so like that, on his wrists. Okay, whether the person is honest, whether the person is optimistic, whether the person is playful, helpful, active, confident, selfish. So these are the various personalities we describe. Okay, these are the various personalities we describe on the descriptive paragraph of a person. So with these descriptions that you are seeing here on the screen, in this way you have to actually describe the person. Any person question can ask. Suppose you are encountering a bus conductor, even that bus conductor is also a person. So how will you encounter the bus conductor? Suppose you are visiting your grandmother, how will you visit your grandmother? What things will you tell her, your grandmother? These type of descriptions you are needed. Okay, so now let us come to examples. Okay, like suppose I told you that last summer, this is the question, last summer vacation you went to your friend's village. His grandmother looked after you as if you were her grandchild. Describe her in 100 to 150 words. So this is the word limit. So you have to basically write the paragraph in reality. So how will you write? First of all, when did you visited that? When did you visited that? How did you receive that person? Okay, what you did? Okay, what she did for you? What is her nature? What did she serve? What work did she do? What was her behavior? Okay, so everything you need to describe. Now how will you describe that? That comes a question. So the question is given here. Last summer vacation you went to your friend's village, means you were invited by your friend, okay, to their village, and your friend's grandmother it is. So if it is your friend's grandmother, then your description will start exactly how you went. Suppose you are talking with some other people. Imagine that you are talking with some other people. Suppose you are describing the friend's grandmother to your mother. So how will you do that? So in every summer vacation I visit some hill station, but last time I visited my friend's grandmother's village on a repeated invitations. Okay, so you are writing this. Okay, you are writing that every summer vacation generally you visit some hill station, but last time what you did, you visited your friend's grandmother's village because she repeatedly told to come there. She gave me a warm welcome. So she gave you a warm welcome. First of all, we took a bath in the river and rested under the dense trees. So they took a bath in the river okay, and then they rested in the dense tree. So this is the description, you really did that. So to other people you are describing this. Similarly in the writing also you are writing this, because you are writing it for others. You should make it the descriptions in details. She cared a lot, especially for me, as I was her guest. Her sweet nature and soft speaking words really impressed me. Her soft speaking really impressed me. She was soft spoken. So the breakfast, lunch and dinner prepared by her were not only tasty but full of love. She took care of my every small need. So I felt as if I were grandmother's paradise. She also showed many photographs from her album. She also told me that she was a champion in swimming. So this is her description, this is her achievement. Okay, she was a champion in the swimming, and you are writing that. She won many gold medals in the swimming competition. She showed me all the prizes she had received in her life. I was very excited. So that was the description. Okay, you get to know a lot of things about that woman, okay, about that grandmother in her youth days, what her life was, that she had won a swimming competition, okay. She was very soft spoken. She provided you very good breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything was prepared by her very well. Okay, so you were very excited. So you were informing this. So this is all about the descriptive paragraph should be. Okay, so let us move to another example. So in this way you will go on describe. So the next question is, one day you were commuting in a DTC bus. Unfortunately, your wallet was left at home. The conductor gave you the ticket for free. You were moved by his gesture. Described him for 100 to 150 words. Imagine the situation given. You are moving to a government bus. DTC bus means a government bus. Okay, and you know the behavior of the conductor in a government bus. They don't really care the customer, means they are passengers actually. Okay, but this time something unusual happened. Okay, that person gave the ticket for free. So you were moved by the gesture that he had. So you have to describe him for 100 to 150 words. Generally it doesn't happen, but why did that happen? So how will you describe that person? It is a very simple thing. A conductor, bus conductor. Why should we write a bus conductor? We should write about the importance of the bus conductor, because the bus conductor did some really great thing. And after all, the bus conductor is also a person. So we should also describe him. So this is the observation that you do for each and every person. A bus conductor, a bus driver, okay, a worker in the factory, okay, the person who sweeps, okay, the shopkeeper, everyone's description, not only the very great people like C.V. Raman, A.R. Rahman, okay, Lata Mangeshkar type of description you will get. You will also get the description of various other types of people. So this is how you are describing him. One day I was commuting on a DTC bus. Unfortunately, my wallet was left at home. I had no money to buy the ticket, and it was useless to plead before the conductor. So this happens sometimes to some of people. Okay, suddenly you didn't check whether you have taken your wallet or not. Okay, like I personally do. What I do when I go out of the home for school, generally I always check the pockets 2 or 3 times, whether the money is there, whether the wallet is there or not, whether in the wallet money is there or not. I always check this. Okay, so this person has not checked that, and that's why he left the purse at home. So I had no money to buy the ticket, and it was useless to plead before the conductor that gave me ticket for free. Every moment was adding to my anxiety, lest I should be caught by the ticket checker and further consequences. So what should I do? I should be caught by the ticket checker, who is the conductor himself, and we have further consequences. The conductor asked me to take the ticket, but after knowing the truth, he offered me the ticket. I looked him as I was asking the reason, and he just smiled. So I looked him. So conductor asked him to take the ticket, but after he knew the truth that there is no ticket, he offered me the ticket. Okay, so I looked to him, he looked to the person, okay, as if I was asking the reason, and he just smiled. The conductor was a conscientious and kind-hearted person. He understood my problem and so did not find. So he smiled at me, and he was a very conscientious person, means he was a very understandable person, and he was a very kind hearted person. He understood his problem and so did not find. I devoted the bus, thanking him from my deep of my heart. I was moved by the behavior of the conductor, and it had been an unforgettable experience in my life. So he thanked the conductor. So this is a description. What is the moment that you capture about the conductor? You cannot capture the date of birth. You cannot capture the where he lives. You only capture the moment that you stayed. You describe the person through that moment. You describe the person through the behavior. You describe the person through the speech that he does, and this moment will forever be engraved in your mind. And in this way you are creating a picture of the conductor, and by this way I can paint the conductor's picture in my mind like I paint in a canvas. So this is the way you should write a descriptive paragraph. Okay, now generally the next question comes that what type of questions will come in the MCQ pattern. So in the MCQ pattern that is coming in the board, let me tell you, suppose this question is given. Okay, within that question, suppose in every summer vacation I still visit some hill station, okay, but this time I visited my grandmother's village on the repeated invitations. So this is the introduction of the paragraph. You understand the first line. Okay, so in the question, suppose the question comes, from this paragraph which line is the introductory line. So first line is given, then the second line is given, then the third line is given, then the fourth line is given. You will choose the first line. So this is way. Suppose what is the concluding lines of the paragraph, and then the four options will be given. She showed me this one, last one. Okay, she showed me that she was a champion in swimming. Okay, so in this way you will tell that the last paragraph is that she showed me all the prizes that she had received in life, and I was very excited. So this is the last lines of the paragraph. So you will explain this, and in this way that various type of questions will come. Description of a paragraph, what type of body we should add? We should add the description of that person. We should paint a picture of that person. Okay, so in this way you keep these points in mind and practice writing. Only by practice writing descriptive paragraph you can actually answer the descriptive paragraph in details. Okay, so this was all about today's class on the descriptive paragraph. It was a very interesting thing. Okay, so descriptive paragraph, hope students you like this class. So do one thing, you practice writing descriptive paragraph. Okay, and MCQ questions, how it will come, I already told this in the class. Okay, just now. Okay, thank you students, have a nice day.